You're listening to Adults Talking Anime Plus. I'm Thor.
And I'm Inga, your anime siblings.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. When you guys start your own podcast, because this is the other thing, and I think an understated mission, we're actually encouraging people to start podcasts.
Yeah, just start a podcast. It's like, don't listen to it, just start start more podcasts.
Follow for follow.
Follow for follow. That is the fastest way to get to 1,000.
And we're also pod for pod. All right, so when you guys do a pod, you let us know. We'll do a pod for pod.
And then come be on our pod.
Yeah.
And we'll come be on your pod. Pod for pods.
Everyone will be on everyone's pods. So things have been happening.
Yeah.
This is the pre-Japan pod.
Pre-Japan pod.
For the Japan pod. Although no
but
Japan
there
pod.
won't be a Japan pod. That was a lie.
There'll be a recap pod.
Yeah, but we'll do a recap on the Japan pod.
Recap pod. Recap pod.
But we're not here to talk about recap pods and
We're here
Japan
to talk
pods.
about...
We're talking about anime.
It feels like there's a lull in anime right now, doesn't it, kind of?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess there isn't as many exciting anime. It was like you came off of winter. Winter was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Winter was super good. And spring is feeling lacking.
Yeah, I think that there's... Some animes are wrapping up.
Yes.
Some animes feel like... So Blue Lock is now... They released their 24th episode.
Yeah.
But at the same point on Twitter, said that they were renewed for season 2.
Hell yeah.
So that's great news.
Yes.
I felt like last week's... Because you're caught up to all but the last one.
Yes. The newest episode just dropped.
I thought that one was the season finale.
See, I didn't think it was a season finale. It kind of felt like the ending of an arc, which I guess could be sort of a season finale, but it didn't feel, that didn't really give me that like finished feeling or that we're going to see you next. Because a lot of times old animes would either give you a cliffhanger or it would kind of wrap something up kind of tightly. And that didn't feel like a wrap up. It felt like, okay, they're moving to the next, they're going to do just the next stage.
Can I spoil something for you a little bit?
Okay.
Because I want to log a complaint immediately.
All right, yes.
I don't like those wrap ups.
What do you mean?
I don't wrap things up for me. Either I prefer the cliffhanger because if that last episode was the last episode,
yes,
would you have felt like total cliffhanger, like what happened?
No. I would have felt like I'm ready for more Blue Lock, but I'm like, man, bummer that I have to wait to see what this next stage is going to be.
Episode 24 literally is a wrap up plus what you get to see what the next stage is going to be.
Are you saying like a wrap up as in they recap everything that happened, or it's just sort of a...
They certainly don't recap everything.
Yeah.
But they kind of recap things.
Oh, I hate that. That's a little
And then
annoying.
it's clearly like, this is what the next thing's going to be.
Uh-huh.
And they introduce what the next stage is.
Now, do you think that's the last episode?
Yeah, I certainly do. This time I certainly do. Which would make that a season finale, which was a bummer.
Oh, boy. I don't think it's a season finale. I think it's 26 episodes if it's going to be a season finale, because I think we've decided it's 13 and 26.
Well, then I would say of the 24 episodes that I've seen of Blue Lock, this one was the hardest one to run to.
Oh, well, see, that's why you can't always decide that this is your running anime.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Those are big. That's big news, guys. We're also on the quest for finding the most running animes.
You.
Yes.
Just you.
No, we and me.
Nobody is trying to run normally to anime.
I think 33 of our listeners are.
You're trying to run to the anime?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's why they keep coming back.
That's so funny. I mean, just watching an anime is what I guess, I wouldn't run to it. I don't know. Maybe.
And there was also My Hero.
Yeah.
Where are you at in My Hero?
I think I just finished Lady Nagant died, which was kind of a bummer. I actually really liked her. They introduced her, she died, or they killed her. Didn't they blow her up?
She blew up.
They were constantly blowing people up.
You know what?
What?
Good for them for being able to make me care about somebody new so quickly.
So fast. I know. I actually really liked Lady Nagant. I made me to the point where I was like, maybe I should cosplay her because she'd be dope.
Yeah.
So I think that was actually, I think there's 2 new episodes, or I don't think I'm fully caught up.
I think you're only 1 episode behind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think you're 1 episode behind on both of these. I have watched this this next episode, and if I may,
Sure.
no, I don't have a complaint.
Oh, you're like, I got more...
there's no logging of
I
a
thought you were
complaint.
going to just also tell me more
Could you
spoilers.
imagine if I just kept complaining /
Why
spoiling
not?
stuff? I didn't really spoil
You
anything in
didn't
Blue
spoil
Lock, I
anything.
feel like.
No, you're just saying it's like...
But this is a spoiler podcast.
It's always a spoiler. Sometimes it's a spoiler to me, too.
Yes.
So don't be upset, because sometimes I, too, am getting spoiled.
Correct. And that's how it is.
And then I get upset, because
when
I
you get,
didn't want to be spoiled.
when you call in, that's what happens.
We're opening up the lines soon. Just call this number, 1-800, your mom's best friend. My mom's best friend, for 20% off, and to speak to us directly.
And we started just randomly taking some pot shots at some dubbed animes.
Oh, yeah. What
have you felt about them?
Just whichever random ones we've been watching.
We opened up with Trigun Stampede.
Yeah. I'm not excited by it. I feel like people were hyped about it, but I personally am not. But I didn't watch the original Trigun either, so space animes were never, I don't know, not even really my jam back in the day. It took me forever to watch Cowboy Bebop, and I really like Cowboy Bebop now. But again, I didn't watch it when it was airing, so maybe I didn't love the space genre.
Yeah, you preferred feudal era.
I love feudal era.
Yeah.
Take me to that feudal era.
Gosh, it is crazy when you reflect on it and you're like, okay, these are space animes.
Yes.
These are time traveling, going back in time animes.
Yes.
These are real time, like present
Yes.
animes where something otherworldly happens here.
Yeah. This is a sports anime.
Yeah.
It's just a sport.
And now it's just like isekai.
A lot of isekais. I will say this, though, because first of all, I was thinking about this in the kitchen. I was just like, man, overall, I would say I am a person who I love anime. I'll watch all types of anime. I really, really enjoy it. But then I was thinking about what was the name of that isekai we just tried to watch? It was
I'm saving up 80,000 gold for my retirement.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah. Not all of them are good. See, there is actually probably more bad anime than there is good.
Yeah.
And I just guess I've been really lucky, and I've really mainly watched a lot of good anime.
I mean, it can be like that for anything.
I know.
More bad movies than there are good movies.
Yeah, but the things I've always been drawn to have been good in some sort of way. I think sometimes when you try to go off the beaten path, where you're like, I'm just going to give this thing a try, you'll be like, ooh, I can see why some people are like, oh, anime's dumb, or it's kind of like, ooh, I don't like it.
It's the reason that you have the 3-episode rules.
Oh, yeah, back to the 3
Give yourself 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then see whether or not you want to keep watching a series or not.
I also realize that even though I am watching dubs, there are more times than not I will end up paying attention to the anime. And if I am truly not paying attention to the anime, I'm almost like, why is it even on then for me? Because I would like to pay attention to it. And then I just remember when we were watching that, there were parts where I got very involved with whatever I was doing on my phone. And then I came to try to figure out what was happening, and at one point I was like, why does she have a gun? I didn't even know what was happening in this anime anymore. I was like, wait, what? But it wasn't, I don't know, I don't think it was good. I think it was,
part of it is that it's the show's job to keep your attention.
Yeah, it did not do that.
I mean, it certainly flowed. The reason she had a gun is because she was going back and forth, and she needed some basic defense because she's still just a teenage girl.
Yeah. I mean, I
don't
know
if she was becoming an arms dealer. It really could have gone that way.
It was that her side character was
the great
very
news
funny.
Is she didn't decide to immediately just sell drugs or anything like that. She could have been a trafficker.
She's like, I'm bringing the worst parts of society to this untouched land. I mean, I don't know. Parts of it were funny. Maybe I wasn't in the right headspace for it. And I think that can kind of color your opinion of an anime too. It's like, are you in the mood for this anime? Because sometimes you're not.
I thought Trigun Stampede was good.
Did you?
Yeah.
Interesting. But did you watch the original Trigun? Yes or no?
Mm-mm.
No.
I mean, I watched episodes of it, but I don't think I was young at that point in time, so I wasn't fully.
Mm-hmm.
I probably watched the same saga in Dragon Ball Z 467 times because they just kept showing Namek.
Well, that's how. So Crunchyroll, Funimation. Oh my God, Adult Swim.
Well, it wasn't Adult Swim for Dragon Ball Z.
Oh no.
Toonami.
Yes, but in my mind, I'm thinking of Inuyasha because they only had like, I want to say 40 dubbed episodes. It started growing like every couple of times. But what they would do is, they would literally start at episode 1, and it was a two block.
Mm-hmm.
And
two block rock block.
Two block rock block. They would have 2 episodes, but it'd be like episode 1, episode 2, and then from that point on, they would do their entire run. And then they would just loop it over again. So that
makes more sense.
Yeah. So for the most part, you'd be like, "Oh, I didn't see this episode," or you're like, "Oh, like you just." When I first started watching it, I think I just picked it up somewhere, maybe beginning, middle-ish, but I just really liked it, so I kept watching it. And then they would do the movie debuts, and I one time really did have to like stay home on a Friday night to watch this Inuyasha movie. It was good. I think it was one of the first ones, like Affectations Against Time or Across Time.
Yeah.
Very good. Fun stuff. That's back when like they really did like television movie premieres, and you're like, I have to watch this or I'll never see it. I'll never see it ever.
It makes sense though. I mean, you were just kind of given the content. So I watched episodes of Trigun, but I don't think it was ever one that I knew what was happening. They were shooting stuff. Yeah. So it was cool.
Yeah.
And he had a very distinct red jacket and a very distinct gun.
Yeah.
So
I might try it again. To be honest with you, there's a lot of time. I'm going to be sitting in an airport for a lot of time. So I'm thinking this could be an option because apparently there's a Trigun cafe that's like a themed cafe or something. That I think my
You're
two
planning
friends,
a lot of cafe
there
trips.
is a lot of because the 2 people I'm going with love cafes and food and desserts. Like one of them, that's exclusively what she eats is dessert.
Hilarious.
It's just dessert. I
like them, but not all. I feel like not all in the same place.
What do you mean?
But I guess that's why you can cafe hop. I do. I also like coffee and desserts.
Yeah. But they all have something a little different. Some of them have like a main, like maybe like a main dish, but then a lot of them are really just like drinks and just cute, like really cutesy desserts. Like we're going to the Chainsaw Man Cafe.
Yeah.
So I saw the little, like there's a little pochita butt dessert. It's super cute. And there's a couple of I think we're doing the Pokemon Cafe too, which has like a lot of fun like Pokemon inspired things. And apparently I think the big thing about the cafes too is they all have like exclusive merch. So you would have to go to the event in order to get whatever specific thing, and they give you a little bit of like some freebies too. So I can't wait to do my Japan haul.
Yeah, that's sick.
I'm gonna do a Japan haul here for everybody to check out. Like, look what I got, or look, we'll see what happens. But yeah, your trip and my trip are probably very different.
I don't know.
Could be.
I
mean, mine is very nerdy. Like, we are doing probably the weebiest of Japan trips you could possibly do.
As weeby as I am, I'm also into sports, and Japan won the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, had no idea.
So I don't think we're making it in time for the parade.
Oh, okay.
But, it's very cool that they did win that, and so I am trying to get a Japanese baseball hat.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said you're gonna do that.
Trying to get those domes. Trying to go to those domes.
That's cool though. That's cool. Everybody has like things they want. Ours was basically see the sakura flowers, so we're gonna definitely go to a couple botanical gardens and some shrines, and then even though, did you see that TikTok I sent you about that one? I want to know where that is, but
stamps on the passports or
stamp on
the trains.
Yeah, stamps on the train. I definitely want to do those because I know I'll be on the train a couple of times, so I want to find the stamp area because that looked really neat and cute, like a fun like free souvenir. No, they're the one about the shrine where you have to pass through it's kind of like a skinny entryway.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about it is that if you have a bad heart, you get crushed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just like an urban legend, obviously, but
wow.
But
also,
it's like
tons of people getting crushed out there.
But they're like, you can pass through this gate, you'll have good blessings, health, and Are
you jumping in a well?
Seeing if I end up in. Well, now I might have to. And then they're like, also, you're not allowed to do that.
Injured.
Exit Japan, please.
Super injured in Japan because you jumped into a well thinking you'd get to the feudal era.
Check me out. I'm jumping in as well.
It's too deep.
It's too deep. Ow. Booyah.
Ooh, 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 ow, ow, ow.
Oh my God, that all because she wanted to cheat.
I know that.
What a cheater.
That newscasting grape lading.
So funny. Back when the internet was what the internet should be. That's very funny. So anyway, that was a very roundabout way of saying that. I guess I'll give Trigun another chance when I feel like I can be more present into actually, because even though I was trying to follow the plot, I was also playing on my phone at the same time. So it wasn't helpful. It wasn't helpful to me.
Trigun, 80,000.
Yeah.
Was there another one? You watched Ice Guy.
I did. I like it. I
told you, this is shoujo you wanted.
Yeah, this is a shoujo I want. He's so cute with his little snowmans. And I kind of would love to start it again. I started watching. I didn't even finish. I'm not caught up to all the episodes, but it's just one of those like feel good animes.
How good is the song?
I
feel
song
like the opening
is
song
good.
really dropped. Like it's bow, bow. You remember how I did that last time? But now you know the part.
Now I know it, but I don't know it well enough to join it.
Yeah, I don't know well enough to sing it.
I'd have to do it again. But no, I really liked it. I think it's super cute because you can already tell they just both already like each other, which I love. Because she immediately like went out of her way to just do nice things for him and try to help him out because he's a little emotional snowman and I love it. It's so cute. Could you imagine though how embarrassing? No, but could you imagine if there was such an indicator other than like, sometimes people blush when they're getting embarrassed or they have like whatever feelings. But could you imagine if there was just an outside force that made people know, like it just starts snowing and you're just like, or it gets really cold or whatever. Yeah. The fox is really cute because her little ears and her little tail pop up when she's all excited. I'm like, man, that would be a nightmare though. That'd be my nightmare. Everybody knowing my true emotions. Couldn't be the ice queen. Even though I think it's cute that, people are like, oh, she has no emotions. Ooh, she's so bland. And then she meets an actual like ice person and he's so like warm as opposed to being very cold. And she's supposed to be more cold, but yet she's actually very kind and considerate and sweet. She's a little aloof.
She's a cool female colleague.
She's cool. I know. He thinks she's so cool and she's like, oh my God, I'm the worst. Nobody likes me. Nobody knows what I'm feeling. And I don't know. I think it just goes to show you that we can all have different personalities and that's okay. And that some people are more talkative than others. And that too is okay. Yeah.
And on my front, I think the only things I kind of started watching, I realized I just kind of tailed off for ReZero. I stopped watching it right in the middle.
Yeah?
Well, you know what? I don't think I did. I think this was one of them where it stopped airing in the middle of it just took a break for December or something like that.
Sure.
And then I just never got back on the train in January.
Yeah. So then
in my head, it just
ended.
stopped. Well, it stopped at a tea party basically. And they had all they were just having a discussion and then it was over.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like that. To me, it always felt really unended.
This is unfinished.
I really
Pretty weird.
thought there was very unfinished stuff.
That's so funny. So did you pick it back up? Is what you're
I've picked it back up. I'm watching a couple episodes, working my way through it. But it's been so long at this point that I don't know.
Do you remember where you like? Is it still as aggressive as it was?
It is, yeah, and it stays aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, it stays aggressive, stays intense, but there's a lot of characters in it right now. So.
Oh, interesting.
But it's definitely in the wrap up phase.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the last season of ReZero. I think it could be.
It came back and then I never picked up either. The Shield Hero.
I watched the second season, a couple episodes,
yeah.
And to me, not as strong as the first one.
That's
I
rough.
thought the first one was really very good.
Interesting. Yeah, I thought the first season was really good of Shield Hero too. That's why I was really interested for when it came back.
I think it's tough when they have powers. It's really tough when they just are winning stuff. And then the only thing that you can really do is increase the power of the bad guys.
Uh-huh.
And there's something just really appealing when somebody doesn't have powers and is working hard and outsmarting versus when they
what
get
anime
powers.
is doing that right now?
Definitely My Hero.
Oh, yeah, My Hero. You're right. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. We didn't really... I mean, I told you what I just saw, that the last episode I saw was Nagant, but I didn't actually tell you anything about how I felt.
Yeah. Sometimes there's status updates.
So wait, I was getting ready to watch him get in a fight with Class 1A.
Yeah.
I didn't follow up with the fight.
Well, that's the next episode. So yeah, it just came out the other day.
I totally forgot. I'm back hyped again. I'm hyped up again, and now I definitely want to watch it. I'm everything I said about My Hero up until this point I stand by, but at the same time I get it. It's back, baby. I remember why My Hero was so good. The storytelling is good. Mm-hmm. I think he looped around really well. But now it's so funny that I'm like, Deku, kind of an ass. Deku is making a lot of bad decisions right now. And before he was such an interesting main character because he was so studious and so smart, and that's because he didn't have powers, and his part of his power was his research ability. Mm-hmm. What is the anime? Or was this just a book I was reading? It's Blue Lock, where they kept being like, "You're the." Sorry, it just made me think of where he's like, You're the genius of adaptability.
Yeah.
Where they keep calling people, everybody there is a genius of some sort.
Yeah.
You're a genius of adaptability, genius of whatever. I mean, Deku's strength was that he was the researching part, and that he always had to use his mind because he had no powers. But now I feel like, I don't know if it's a thing where he wants to protect everybody.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if this desire where you just think, oh my God, everybody's going to die. So I guess I could see that being a little irrational, and also being like, I'm the only one who can save everybody. Shut up and do what I say. I'm also stronger than all of you guys.
Yeah.
So let me go. I can definitely see that inclination for sure. People, given the opportunity to go a little crazy and go power hungry, absolutely will. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
That's so nuts. I'm playing a mobile game.
Name it.
The Walking Dead Survivors. And I know I've talked a little bit about it before, but I'm a leader of it. I have my own group. And people are power hungry. You give people a little bit of power and they start to lose their mind. I would have to say that I'm a very fair and level and kind of balanced person sometimes, up until I'm not. But that's why you should surround yourself with people who can rein you in a little bit when you're starting to lose it. But this one person who was against my team, but we were in a coalition together, was a madman. Literally, actually a madman. And then he would say things talking about actual war where I'm like, this is a game, dude. You're terrifying. But also, he was not strong. He's not strong. He was back, he felt very confident, though, because he had very strong players behind him. And so he was talking a lot of smack that he couldn't back up, but he could sick somebody on you. Me, I have strong players too, but I also felt the need not to instigate things, because I'm like, if I personally don't have the power, even though I have a team that is supporting me who could sort of burn him, I don't want to, I just didn't feel the need to be like, everything needs to be my way because these guys are going to make sure that it'll happen.
Wow. Man, if that's not a commentary on life, I don't know what is. You know that women tend to apply for jobs that they qualify for 100%.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, men 60%. So it looks like this guy's 60% of the way of being able to back up what he's talking.
Well, I'm just saying. But see, I'll prove it.
And you're
though.
like, because you need 100% approval before you start.
I don't need
smack.
Approval. I'm just saying I won't say anything, and I'll just send my people.
Yeah, that's what you should have done. You shouldn't have even not instigated. Bombed him.
I wish, but I couldn't. That's not how that game works.
Send the zombies at him.
The bigger problem is one of his players. It was stronger than two of my strongest players. Ooh. Yeah, I know. So that's what the other part was. I wasn't trying to get my entire group blown up. Ow. So I was trying.
I thought it didn't work like blowing people up, but apparently it does.
Well, it's we call burning them, but getting zeroed and burned. So I was trying to not do that. I was trying to avoid it, and I did. I avoided it, but it still pissed me off.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
But it is crazy how quickly that people will jump to being a tyrant. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's so fast. I was like, man, that is how Roman Empire and the Mongolian and the whole thing. That's how these this is how these empires rise and fell. Rise and fell. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, the last line of the episode was something that I kept talking about. Was have you noticed how long or how often Deku's not smiling anymore?
Oh yeah, but
And so
who also
Bakugo.
said that?
Bakugo.
Oh yeah, Bakugo said it.
Yeah, Bakugo says, "Can you show me a smile now?"
Yeah, and Deku was like, no.
Yeah, I mean he's wearing his ratty costume.
Yeah, he looks like a villain though.
Yeah.
Like currently, he looked terrifying. I think when he went to go help people, they were scared of him.
Yeah.
As opposed to like being reassuring, like the symbol of peace that All Might truly was. Man,
I mean,
ooh,
things
just
are
got
real bad right now
goosebumps.
for him, though. I'll tell you my theory at the time.
Okay.
Even though I know the episode.
Yes.
So
now I don't know if I should ask the question. I don't. Well, tell me your.
I'll
thing
give you my
first.
theory.
Okay.
Was when I saw Stain with All Might.
Yes.
I kind of thought that Deku was just gonna obliterate his classmates.
Oh, really?
I thought they were about to not stand at all a chance, and he was gonna hurt someone.
Interesting.
And then-
I didn't think he was gonna. I don't.
And
think
then
he's gonna hurt
Stain was gonna
anybody.
come back and say, "Well, I think it was gonna be more of like an accident because he literally
Oh.
is whipping around with all 7
Yeah.
of the superpowers that he possibly has, and if he can move as fast as All Might already
Yeah.
at 45%,
Yeah.
I mean he's stronger than All Might,
Yeah.
and the gap, which does mean he is stronger than Endeavor, and there is a big gap between Endeavor and him.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's a massive gap between him and everybody else.
That's true. So he is 100%. He'll be the number one hero.
He already is.
Yeah. Just based on strength.
Off of strength alone. Like,
Wow.
that's what
Not popularity, though. Even though popularity.
Endeavor's not popular either, and he's the number one.
No, that is true.
Yeah, he's hiding himself, really.
Yeah. He's got it rough right now.
I think heroes aren't very popular in general.
Yeah,
so.
no, nobody's feeling good about heroes in general.
I'd assume Hawks isn't very highly rated anymore.
No, probably not. Best Jeanist. Him and his posing.
Best Genius might be number 1.
So ridiculous. With the power of my genes. Let's go. Man, oh boy.
So I thought Stain was going to be the thing that actually brings Deku back, because he was the only one that Stain acknowledged as who had a potential to be a hero.
Yeah, a true hero.
And I think if Stain saw him now, there'd be no chance that he
Yeah.
sees him as a hero, because he's way more motivated, like Ito was motivated at that point in time.
That is true. He does have very Ida-like motivation. I don't know if it's revenge as much as it is, though, to protect. Like the overwhelming desire, or is it revenge too?
He's going after All for One.
Yes. I mean, he has to.
Yeah. So I mean, when he saw Nagant die, he really or get blown up.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
that. The end of that
Yeah,
episode was
that's true.
It's another person,
Yeah,
and he keeps not being able to save anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, All for One is consistently he's just being relentless with the way, like, the messaging, the attacks.
Yeah.
All for One is a bad guy.
He is a bad guy. He's a bad guy. I mean, but the problem with All for One also is he feels very Naraku-ish at the same time too, where like it's just he's consistently always getting stronger, or he's always, one step ahead or something stupid, and it's very annoying.
Yeah.
But again, he's been around for however long he's been around for at this point.
Yeah.
And I guess there is quite a bit of knowledge that comes with that, and the ability to steal abilities, and that. I mean, the good news is, they destroyed the machines, so they can't exactly continue what they're doing.
Yeah.
But it still kind of sucks. It definitely, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he just feels like a very difficult villain. But they have to kill him. He has to be killed. Like, that's the end result. Just every Survivor show will ever teach you, if you watch any type of shows like that, you always got to kill the other person.
Yeah.
It's you or them.
Gran Torino had it right.
I pick me.
Gran Torino.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, he's not dead.
He's in critical condition.
He's in critical condition. Yeah, but I had to Google it. I did have to. I was like, is he actually dead though? No.
Oh, hilarious.
I had to. And everybody was like, no, he's just fully out of condition. Like, he's not coming back, but he's not dead. He's just very hurt.
Yeah.
He's very hurt. He probably will never be able to be a hero again at all. Like, even though, like, when he retired and he was old, he could still, like, zoom around, clearly. But no more zooming.
Listen, you put somebody in that critical room and the previous person I see who's in there dies.
You're like, you dead.
I'm like, well, it's over.
And he, I mean, he did pass on his scarf, so there is that. But I think that's more of a, here is my thing.
Scarf.
Here is my scarf.
Here is...
Think of
symbolically, this is my scarf.
This is my scarf.
And I'm giving you my scarf.
Carry me with you. Survive. Be a hero. You're the hero. You're the hero now. Kill one for all.
Yeah.
Immediately. Right. Yeah. It's true. It's true. It's rough. A lot of people made a lot of bad decisions. Things happened, and here we are. Now, I'm gonna have to watch this episode immediately.
And keep in mind that Light's motivation was off of a twisted justice complex.
I still agree with him. I mean, it went too far.
That's the thing,
That's
though.
the
Deku
problem.
also is young. Same fatal flaw with Gon and Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, Gon was way too young. Gon couldn't even begin to fathom. Like, Gon was at an age where all you can see, especially when you're that young, you don't even see shades of gray. It is very much like, this is, black and white. This is right and wrong. Like, there is no middle. Whereas as you get older, you understand that there's a lot of middle sometimes, and what the motivation...
Mainly middle.
It's mainly middle.
Yeah.
Good intentions. What do they say? Good intent pave the way to hell, or the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah. Is
what people say. Because it's true. You think you're trying to do something good, and unfortunately, it's not... You try. You just tried. You try. What you think might be good for somebody else maybe isn't good for them. It's not the right path, but you can only do what you believe. You believe. But yeah, Gon was too young. He was too young.
Too young.
He was too young.
Simply
couldn't make any good decisions. Blew his Nen. His Nen ability, boom, blown, gone. He basically ruined any potential he would have for the rest of his life for that one moment.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
To not even kill the leader.
I know. To not kill the leader. That's the worst part about it. It would have been, I would have felt somewhat justified if he killed the leader. But the fact that he just killed... Neferpito. Yeah, that's the part that sucks, because he blew his actual ability to, even though word on the street is, which I don't think Hunter x Hunter, I don't know if will ever come back at this point in time.
I thought that Sailor Moon said that she'd finish it for him if...
I think she did. I don't know if that's still a rumor or what the deal is, because there have been little whispers that it will come back. They're even been whispering that they're going to animate at least another portion of the manga.
I never understand why they don't do that.
But it has nothing to do with Gon
I would definitely watch one that, because it was all about...
It would have been more about
Chains.
Not Leorio, but
Chains.
The chain user.
We'll call him Chains.
We'll just call him Chains right now, yeah. So I think it was going to be a little bit like Leorio was going to be in it, just because they had, they have that whole like friendship and whatever. But that was sort of what I think they said it was going to continue to be. But then they also had more whispers that Gon would actually get his Nen ability back, because remember, Hisoka was supposed to go off with the leader of the was supposed to go off with the leader of the spiders, because he wanted to get his Nen ability back, because remember Kurapika removed his Nen ability from him.
That's awesome.
So the whole thing was to try to figure out how to get your Nen ability back, and just because Hisoka wants to fight Gon.
Ooh.
Go. He was gonna help him get his Nen back, but again, these are all unsubstantiated rumors, so I don't know. I can't say if it's real or not.
Yeah.
Did I make that all up? Maybe.
Could be.
Did I read it somewhere? Possibly.
Who knows?
No way. No, there would be no way to know. Zero ways.
Listen,
to figure
some
it out.
people write fan fiction. Some people say pod fiction.
I love it. That's it. That's how it is. Yeah, so that makes me excited. I kind of want to watch some more My Hero then. I'm going to catch up on that My Hero.
It's only
catch
one
up on
episode.
that
You got 20
Black
minutes.
Hells, yeah.
You got 20 minutes, 40.
And I got those 20 minutes.
Well, you
got
got it back.
them.
You got it back.
Well, I do have to do that, but I got the 20 minutes.
You
I
will
can
have
do-
it
I
on
have
the flight
both.
for sure.
I do both. I got them right now. I got them later too. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I wish there was something super exciting out right this second.
It doesn't feel like there's anything insane. I caught up with Kaguya-sama. I'm probably going to watch that movie.
That's so funny. You're back on the movie binge. I love it.
I never was off of it.
You know what I do?
I've always 100% been about anime movies.
Always. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's never not been a time
that you
where I was an anime movie person. Not one. Wait, what?
Exactly. What did we just say? I love it. I think that was great. I hope you have an amazing time in Japan. Go. I hope you have an amazing time in Japan.
Yeah, you too. I hope you have an amazing time in Japan.
Yep, that's how we're ending this episode, you guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. This has been Adults Talking Anime Plus. We'll talk anime another day. And since we are on the YouTubes, just hit us, give us one of those thumbs up and or hit that subscribe because that's what people do.
Sometimes or it. Why did you even give them the or?
I don't know, because sometimes the new thing they said is you're only supposed to give people one thing to do. So either tell them to like it or subscribe.
You know what?
But never do both.
I have nothing but faith. You guys can do two things at once.
Congratulations.
Let's just do things.
Why? Because you're an adult.
Yeah.
You can multitask.
If you can't honestly, try to hit the like button, get distracted, come back to it.
I'm already distracted.
Click it. Go to the subscribe button. Think about it.
Yeah.
Then come back to it, and then do it at a later point in time when you don't have to do it, or you're productively procrastinating.
Put
Goodbye.
it on your to-do list. Goodbye.
Yeah.